Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson in my piano course for beginners level 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in getting the accompanying method book for this course, there's going to be links for that below, and I also offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. In this very first lesson of my level 2 beginner course, we're going to learn about quavers or eighth notes. In level 1, we learned about the basic note values of the semibreve, whole note, half note, minim, and the quarter note or crotchet, but we didn't learn about any other smaller note values. And in order to be able to play much more interesting music, we need to learn about new note values. So the quaver, which in American English is an eighth note, is going to be half a beat. So 2 quavers or 2 eighth notes make up 1 crotchet or a quarter note. Quavers look just like crotchets, but they are grouped together and they are connected at the top by something called a beam. So if you see 2 crotchets connected by a beam, those are 2 quavers, not 2 crotchets, and the 2 of them make up 1 beat. You can beam together any number of quavers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it doesn't really matter, but they need to have a beam. If they don't have a beam, they are going to be crotchets. We're going to learn about single quavers in the next lesson, but in this lesson we're learning about groups of 2, 3, 4 or more quavers. It's just easier to introduce them that way. Since the quaver or eighth note is shorter than 1 beat, it's very difficult for us to count it just by saying 1, 2 because we don't know exactly how long it's going to be. So in order to get a very accurate count, we're going to subdivide the beat into 2 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to become 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So each beat is going to become 2 separate syllables, 1 and the and is going to be the second half of the syllable. So if I play 2 quavers, it's going to sound like this: 1 and. But if I play a crotchet or a quarter note, I need to hold the quarter note to both syllables, so 1 and, 2 and, because the quarter note is taking up a full beat, so the 1 and the and as well, and the second quarter note would come under 2. Let's have a look at the first example here. We're going to clap it, and when you practice it, you can pick any random note on the piano, tap it on the piano lid or clap it. It doesn't matter as long as you get the rhythm solidified. So the first one is only quavers or eighth notes, and we've got 4 in a group. Now let's try first to count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's very easy because it's the same rhythm all the way through. So we've got 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. So very simple. There are many ways to count quavers, and there's a simpler one, which is the Kodai version, which is ti-ti-ta. So every time you see a crotchet or a quarter note, you're going to say ta, and when you see 2 quavers or 2 eighth notes, you're going to say ti-ti. But the TTs are going to be shorter, so 2 TTs equal 1 ta. So ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta, quaver, crotchet, quaver, crotchet. So let's try the same exercise again with TT. T, 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 T. Now it gets more interesting in exercise 2, where we start combining quavers and crotchets or eighth notes and quarter notes. Let's try it first with saying 1 and 2 and then move on to ti-ti-ta. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's try it with ti-ti-ta. Ti-ti-ta, 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 ti-ti-ta. Saying out loud the rhythm is going to really help you to master the difference between quavers and crotchets. It's a very big challenge for beginners because they are very similar and they can be very easily mixed up. For exercise 3, let's play on the piano. Let's pick a C and G, and let's just use that as our clap. So here the rhythm is inverted. So we've got crotchet and 2 quavers. So ta, ti, ti. Let's say it first counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do the same again with ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. The fourth exercise is going to mix them even more, so be very careful where you have the crotchet and where you have the quavers. Let's do it first with a count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice how I'm holding the crotchets to 1 and 2 and. Let's do the same with ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. And for the final one, again, let's try it on the piano. We have even longer note values, and when you have something longer than a crotchet and you want to use ti, ti, ta, for example, you have 2 beats, you can say ta 2 or ta 2 3 4 for a 4-beat note. So you're basically substituting number 1 with the ta. So here's exercise 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's go ta ti ti. Ta ti ti ta 2 ta 2 3 4. Play along with these rhythms. Repeat them many times with counting, with ti ti ta, or you can say coffee coffee tea tea, anything that has 2 syllables and 1 syllable. As long as you feel and understand the relationship between the quavers and the crotchets, it's going to be much easier to start off the first piece which incorporates quavers.